B2B Cambodia, the portal for business use in Cambodia.
Laos is really small, and each of the chamber is also small as well. That's why we join a lot of collaboration in policies, in the registration. But I think like collaboration with the other chamber in the regions also benefit because, for example, AmCham in Laos, we engage directly to the Lao governments, right? When there is a new registration or a new policy that needed some suggestion, we can learn from other chambers that might already have done that maybe in Thailand, right? We can bring that message, carry that message to the Lao government so then it can start somewhere.
I'm B2B Cambodia's Sarvanas Nuridinova. Thanks for watching. Joining us today on our platform, we have Mr. Souliyo Vongdala, the CEO and co-founder of LOCA from Laos. Thank you for joining us today. How would you say the landscape in Laos, digital landscape, is different from Cambodia?
I think Laos, I think we are quite in the progress right now because the government now focusing on creating registration law that would be ready to join the maybe the DFAR. That's the ASEAN try to push like what's it called, like digital economy frameworks. I think Laos right now we have a lot of law and legislation that ready to be part of that. But there's still some of the law that is still pending. And we also have other related law, especially supporting innovation and startup that would also enable for Laos to actually access to the digital economy itself.
Do you think the policy frameworks you mentioned have pushed the digitalization forward? And are they supporting the private sector?
Yes, they are, because like the government itself, not only they push the helping the private sector, the government itself, they also recently have the what's called the master plan for digital governments, which being reviewed last week actually, supported by the UNDP, I believe. Yeah.
Are there anything you see that some of the more advanced digital economies are doing that you think could be implemented in Laos?
I think like, yes, different countries have different focuses on the digitalization, digital economy, or digital integration. But I believe that's in all the ASEAN, like in the forum today, right? We see a lot of things that we have in common, right? We can start it by the common thing that we have as a regional. That's why I think like the forum itself make me think that's change my perspective that when we do the regulation or registration, we need to consider what would our neighbor is doing. What is our common ground? What is our common issues or common interests, right? That's how we can develop. I think like the forum facilitate that really well.
It was mentioned about cross-border trade and digitalization. Do you see opportunity for Laos and Cambodia to cross-border trade in digitalization?
I think, of course, not only just Laos and Cambodia, right? We share the borders, right? We already trade like energies and other things. Recently, our the Bank of Laos and the National Bank of Cambodia also signed the agreements, right, to do the cross-border transaction as well. That's mean like if you are Cambodian, you have Cambodian bank account. When you go to Laos, you can use your bank account, scan QR codes everywhere in Laos. See, that's a cashless. That's a good initiative, right? To make the payment seamless and borderless. That's for me. But when people use the cross-border, like for me, I'm very futuristic and optimistic. I like to use the word borderless instead of cross-border. Cross-border is like always border, right? That's why you try to cross it. But for me, I like the word like borderless trading. So we trade like no borders.
You've been with B2B Cambodia. I'm Sarvanas Nuridinova, and thank you for watching. Join us next time as we continue to bring you more news, updates, and development from the business community in the Kingdom of Cambodia.